I'm just gonna leave it on record.
Do you want to come see it? I live just kind
Tao Te Ching can be translated as the Book of the Imminence of the Way, or the Book of the Way and of how it manifests itself in the world, or simply the Book of the Way. Since it is already well known by its Chinese title, I have let that stand.
Everybody, we all got different skill sets, man. Use me. You look, listen. Use me. Feel free to tap into me if there's any value. If you need something from me, you like whatever. You see, I got an acumen for some shit. Use me. Just don't abuse me. But yeah, fuck that. Yeah, tap into each other. Like, we literally gotta tap into each other because everybody got certain strengths. You know.
Except for Alvaro. He has no strengths.
Oh, I was saying what's up to the ladies in the space part, man. What up, dudes? I just want to acknowledge the ladies in the space. What up?
Hey, Robert. Hey, Moosey Moose.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Oh, that was how you doing, Patty? How you doing, Mel?
Hey, Wrestler. Hi, you know what I think? I think, they literally had the funeral of two Democrats who were murdered politically, and they did not bat an eye. And they've done violence against other Democratic politicians. I think we're in a different paradigm. And I think that we do need to think. It's so mind-blowing that it's really hard for us to really deal on the level that is happening. I mean, really think about that. We've had political murders, and the president didn't even talk about it. They had statements like, it's okay not to treat a veteran if he's a Democrat. That's the level we're at. So I think that the United States is in such peril at this time that we need to focus on that when we think in partisan terms, because they're literally fighting Democrats, right? They don't care if Democrats die. That's what they're saying. If Democrats die, it's okay with them. So when we think in a partisan way, we're playing into their game. We have to save the United States in a united way. So that's why the No Kings movement, which is a movement that means all of us, is the right to me movement. It's a movement that says we still want the United States. We still want the whole thing. And because when we go back to partisan fighting, they're going to crush us. They don't care if Democrats die. And we want both sides of the United States to live. That's why they're fighting in California. Because they actually want to crush California because they see California as a Democratic place.
It's a stronghold.
Yeah. So that's why they're like, just keep the Californians around. That's what they really think. That's what that's really about. Do violence in California in a Democratic place. That's where they're at. We have to think in a new way. This is really hard, and then we only want to fight for Democrats. We're losing because we're on their battle. We have to fight for the United States. That's why you guys, it's got to be bigger. We can get back to partisanness after we save the United States.
That's well said.
How do you
That's well
fight?
said.
Thank you, Congressman.
Hold on. Right, let me say this. The last time I checked, I don't know, gentlemen, let me know. But the last time I checked, when an organization, a group, or an entity sits down and opens up a map, and they look at that map, and they want to figure out territorially where there are weaknesses, and you come up with a plan, and then once you come up with that plan, you disseminate that plan to your troops, and your troops go out and they wage war, they wage an attack on that given territory. In this case, it's the ICE agencies, which have been federalized, right? That is Mr. Trump's personal army. They have found a way. They've stumbled upon a way to have it so that he can have his own unofficial militia, so to speak, right? So when you do strategy, when you're looking at terrain and you come, that's war. Like we literally are in the precipices of a civil war, right? It's not going to look like a traditional civil war, right? Civil war begins with civil unrest. And if you look at how things have been mapped out, there's this constant narrative of the states versus the federal, right? Same thing that happened before. And so this thing has begun. I said this months ago. I swear, I'm getting tired of saying I predicted this or I analyzed it this way. I said that there would be mass protests, and we have mass protests. I said that it's only a matter of time before one particular incident occurs where all hell breaks loose in terms of people just say, oh man, later for it. Like they can't go on with their regular lives. They can't go to work in peace. They can't be at peace because so much around them is crumbling apart that people are just going to have to stand up and respond to it and react to it and pay attention to it and figure it out. And I think we're at that point right now. I really think that we're at that point, especially with the recent rulings. We're at that point. There is a war. There's an attack. Certainly, there's an attack being waged upon certain Americans, a lot of Americans, right? And so we have to take that very seriously. Like it's not a joke. It's not a game. This is for real. And thank you for your presentation, Rouse.
Well, okay, I'm back to what Sister Rosalind said. She said, okay, it's an American issue. Which is a political system, when you say America, what he's doing is very much what you might say by the book, meaning there's Supreme Court justices involved, there's actual offices called ICE, so if you're gonna still believe in the system of things, there's a way to do it. But how do you do it without anything to? If all the hope is on the Democratic Party, and nobody's willing to talk about a third party, then the only choice is to change who's inside the Democratic Party. It seems to me, just as looking at it.
You don't always have to talk, bro. You can just let it breathe and be comfortable with the silence, man.
You don't have to always have an issue with whenever I talk, because I let everybody else talk. I don't know what it is. You should study yourself and find out what it is.
You hear everything that Rosalind just said? It's the microphone inside your mouth. That's what it is.
Get it now. Get it.
About Lao Tzu, its author, there's practically nothing to be said. He may have been an older contemporary of Confucius, 551 to 479 BCE, and may have held the position of archive keeper in one of the petty kingdoms of the time. But all the information that has come down